CV Baseball Card Collector coming at you. So tonight we're going to do, this is the night or the eve before baseball announces their Hall of Fame selection. So that's what we're going to do. Tonight we're just having a Hall of Fame discussion. And that's what we're going to do. I'm not going to break any cards tonight. We're going to talk some baseball. And just looking at last year's list, we'll wait for people to show up and everything. We'll get going in a moment here. So I have my baseball magazine here, and we have our...
Never been a more controversial pool of candidates for Cooperstown. Counting down to the announcement, the third part of our six-part Outside the Line series, Enshrine or Decline, continues.
So we've already discussed A-Rod and Big Papi, who are in their first year of eligibility.
Hey, guys, how you doing?
Final year, you've got Barry Bonds, Roger Clemens, and today's subject, one of the game's most dependable big game starting pitchers, a six-time All-Star Series MVP, Curt Schilling.
Yeah, so as we were saying, tomorrow's the big day. So we should find out if we got some big names going in. And so, is Schilling going in? So let's check out the ballot this year. We have some names on here. Let's see. Let's check out the real ballot here. So we have names like Schilling, got Barry Bonds, got Roger Clemens, Rollins, Omar Vizquel, who got a lot last year but may have dropped off. Billy Wagner, this dude was a stud. Todd Helton, Gary Sheffield, 500 plus homers. Andruw Jones is still hanging out. He's got 33. The most you get is you need 5 or more to stay on there. Jeff Kent, hey, what's up, Jay? How you doing, Jay? Jeff Kent should be in eventually. Manny, man, he was suspended so many, like two times at least for PDs. Sosa, we know him. He stopped speaking English when he ended up in front of Congress. He didn't understand anything. Yeah, you know what? I really like him. Jay, you're right. Vizquel. We're going to look at the ballot. So this is kind of what we're doing. So tomorrow we should find out about, by this time tomorrow, we'll know who it is, who is made it in. So we got Pettit on this year's ballot. Mark Burley, look, he stayed on. This is the ballot for this year. Second year on the ballot, Mark Burley. Torrey Hunter, 9%, enough to get a second year on there. Bobby Abreu, he had 8%. This is his third year on the ballot. And then we have Tim Hudson. He's got 5. Second year. He's hanging around. And then these guys, their first year. A-Rod's first year. Big Papi's first year. Teixeira. And you saw the relics I was pulling. So I went for all the guys that were first year guys. I think I may have missed somebody. And then you got Papelbon, AJ Pernitz, Ryan Howard. And I thought there were more. I thought there was J-Ro was on it. Jimmy Rollins. Oh, yeah. Here they are. I missed my own paper. I cut it off. Here it is. So also first-timers. I forgot these guys because I know I got their relics. Jimmy Rollins. Schilling. Vizquel. Man, Schilling was so upset. We're going to talk about him in a minute. Carl Crawford's on there. Jake Peavy. These are all the guys I bought relics and autos from this year leading up to the big thing. Justin Murnau. Prince Fielder, Joe Nathan, and Tim Lincecum. And along with Papelbon and AJ Przinsky and Ryan Howard. So you think that's your thing, huh, Jay? Let me write that down and see if you're right. No, write that down. Jay says now you can, he says Schilling. He's got the Shilster. Vizquel, I would love Vizquel to get in. He also autographs Ortiz and Kent. Kent would be great. I really like Jeff Kent. He was a gamer and all. So who else is on here? So this is last year's ballot. No, that's the public. This is what the final numbers were. because I don't think anybody got in last year. And so when it was finally, the public ballots were 3. Let me focus this here. Brzezinski will never get my vote. Hey, why won't he? Did he like kill your team or something in the playoffs? I wonder why I'm getting a glare. Maybe because of the paint, because it's got plastic on it. Let's see. In the loudest possible way. So this is last year's. And I'm not certain why I can't get any. Oh, why is my camera not focusing? Maybe it's too far away. Well, for whatever reason, it's really hard to see. But anyways, I'm a catcher, and he broke my number 1 rule as a catcher. What's the number 1 rule as a catcher? My son plays catcher on his.
Matt Saints last year in their 9th and penultimate years on the writers' ballot. Barry Bonds and Roger Clemens.
Let me pause that out. So what we had last year, Schilling got so close, 72.4, Bonds 65, Clemens 65, but I heard there's going to be a drop-off. Rollins 57, Sheffield 43, Helton, Wagner, Manram, Kent, Sosa, Pettit, Abreu, Burley. Now, Burley stayed on at 9%, but I don't know if he'll stick around. And then you have Torrey Hunter, Tim Hudson, and then you got these guys that dropped off. So last year's first-year guys that didn't get any love after this was Aramis Ramirez. He got like 1 or 2 votes maybe. LaTroy Hawkins, 1 or 2 votes. Let's see what he did. Don't cross my darn plate. Slap it like that. Keep your mouth shut and get punched like Barrett did to him. True. Shane Victorino got no votes last year. AJ Burnett's got no votes last year. Barry Zito got no votes, not a single vote. Nick Swisher got no votes. Dan Herron got no votes. I think there was a joke about Dan Herron, something about if he got any votes at all. And Michael Kadire, I TT'd him, sent him a TTM a couple months back. He must be still irritated by the 0 vote from the baseball writers. So they're dropped permanently unless they get picked up by a veterans committee. But I don't see any of these guys that got dropped, like Ramirez, Hawkins, Victorino, AJ Burnett, Zito, Swisher, or Dan Herron, or Kadire getting in even on something else. It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Let's look at this year's. This is the public ballot. So this is what, as of yesterday, this is what these guys are putting out. And so I'll just read it because it might be a little rough to read. Okay. The prediction right now is hey, what's up, Johnny boy? Epiphany card collector. I'm screaming at the TV. Yeah, my breaks pretty much are run by a bell. So I don't get to miss breaks, believe it or not. Bell rings, I move. Well, one of these days my life, when I retire one day, we'll get back to normal. So on the public ballot as of yesterday, Ortiz was predicted to get 83 on the public ones. That's the known ballots. 10 anonymous or unverified, and so then you have your Barry Bonds, 77. But see, Barry Bonds and Clemens, they dropped 10. Scott Rollins is really high up there. Curt Schilling, 60. So he's dropped. So here's Curt Schilling now on the public ballots. You know how people have a Hall of Fame tracker. And so he's dropping. Schilling right there. Helton, I don't see him getting in. He might surprise us. He's at 57, but he might Might jump up to 60-something, and then we probably get him next year. Billy Wagner. Look at that, Andrew Jones. For whatever reason, Andrew Jones is right there, man. He's at 50. Rollins fan. You know, I wasn't a big Scott Rollins fan either, but man, he's picked up steam. Sheffield, I guess he's a suspected user or so. A-Rod, we know he admitted it. Let's see here. I'll just keep it on the side here. Jones won't. Man, you know what? Andrew Jones won't, but he's like this stubborn 50%. Like last year, this year, he's just stuck at 50. Chef, not yet. Yeah, he should. He's got 500 plus homers, but I was listening to some guys talk last night, and they're thinking if Ortiz gets in, he supposedly had a test that came back positive in Manfred. The commissioner said, "Oh, that could have been a false positive." So the commissioner gave him cover. So everybody's like in love with Big Papi, you know. He was a cool guy. I mean, he was a cool guy. And then Kent's 31, Sosa's 25. Yeah, I'm a big Dale Murphy fan too. But his committee, since we're having a big Hall of Fame discussion, so Dale Murphy's committee, which includes players from the 70s and 80s, it got pushed back because of COVID last year. So COVID pushed back that committee. And so that committee may get pushed back for a while. You know. Sosa, no. And so you got Sosa. Vizquel. Vizquel's at 11. What did they got him last year at? See, Vizquel was at 45 last year, but you know, all that, you know, his wife stuff, domestic stuff is really hurting him. J-Row, Jimmy Rollins at 11. This is the public ballot, and we'll compare it. You know, Abreu, 11, Pettit, 10. Pettit's just lingering. He's going to probably go all 10 years, getting enough 5 to go for the full 10, and maybe by the last one he'll get in. Burley, there's Johnny's boy right there, Epiphany. There you go, Burley. Mark Burley, 5% this year. Last year he had 9%. So then Lincecum, he may drop. These guys may be droppers this year finally. So Pettit, no. Yeah. You know, Vizquel was a hell of a player. He was hanging on to get that 3,000th and didn't quite make it. But you think Burley would get in? Does he have 200 wins? Well, actually, I have their statistics right here. What am I doing? Let me look. So talking about Mark Burley, I have all their stats right here. Got this from Baseball Reference. Mark should? He should. Okay, let's see what he did. Pitcher Burley. Oh, here it is. Burley. Schilling had 216 wins. Clemens had 354 wins. Billy Wagner had 47 wins, but where he goes crazy is 422 saves, Billy Wagner. Burley, all right, Pettit had 256 wins. Oh, Burley had he was a 200-game winner. I never would have thought that. I didn't PC the dude. I better start, I have Johnny and I always talk about this. So I PC guys that have 300 or more homers, 2,000 or more hits, and 200 wins. That's like the baseline rule of guys I should kind of keep around. Oh, and saves. Anybody over 300 saves. So that's like anybody other than that is, they might have been a hot player one time. Oh, hey, we got a third person on here. Don't forget to hit the like button. So, yeah, he was a White Sox. That's true. He was a White Sox. So, and then you know who else? Tim Hudson. He had 222 wins. So he's no slouch. He has more than Burley. But I don't know, the writers. Maybe he gets in when we're like retired here. And it's like Pete Rose, I'll probably, or Barry Bonds, I'll see those guys up there on a walker. They'll be up there with maybe an oxygen tank, accepting their Hall of Fame plaque. I think Bonds won't get in on, at least during, I don't think he'll get in this one. Then he'll go. Here's the funny thing about the Hall of Fame. So if these guys drop off, and we're talking the last year's guys here, Schilling's on his 10th, Bonds is on his 10th, Clemens is on his 10th, right? And who else? And Sammy Sosa's on his 10th. All these guys came in together. All right. So my understanding is this. If these guys fail to get in tomorrow, when they announce it tomorrow, hey, Hunter. If they announce it when they announce it tomorrow, those guys, then there's another committee that meets in December. So their wait may only be 11 months later. And via that committee, these guys could all get in. We were talking about Jay about Schilling. So Schilling was irritated. Was it this year, mid-year? I think it was right before the voting began, like 6 months ago, maybe. Who knows? Lost track of time with all this craziness we got going on. And I think Hunter left or went stealth mode. But Schilling was like, take me off the ballot. And I'm like, dude, you can't get it your way. You're on the ballot like everybody else. You got to eat it, face the public scrutiny. And if they don't vote for you, they don't vote for you. But he was like, take me off. I have a better chance with the committees. So, him being typical loudmouth like Bauer. Bauer's another guy. I think he'll end up playing, not this year in 22 because they'll suspend his ass. But I think he's going to start playing 23. He's a reigning Cy Young Award winner up until they start giving out the awards, which I thought they may have done already. But he'll pitch for somebody. Shoot, the Pittsburgh Pirates need somebody. Somebody's going to eat that contract. The Dodgers may not pay him this year, but they'll have to eat that $20-30 million. So I think it's $23 million. So, Bauer's going to make that money. Not named Smith, Suter are in the Hall. All right, so let's see. Who do we have? Let's see, Johnny. Hey, Hunter's back. That's what the word is, Hunter. That Papi's going in. Papi's going. Hey, Tommy. Thank you for stopping by. We're just having a Hall of Fame chat here. That's all we're doing is just checking it out and discussing chances. So who do we got here? We got Fingers, Hoyt Wilhelm, but that was before our time. Suter, Smith, Eckersley, Smoltz, but he was starter / reliever for about 6 years, right? Man, who are the other relievers? Well, okay, who's not in? And okay, somebody that Johnny and I like, Finney like, and we like Reardon. Reardon is not in. Wagner's not in. John Franco's not in. Jeff Shaw's not in. Not that I expect him to get in. Jeff Montgomery's not in. Quisenberry's not in. Raleigh's in. But Raleigh probably doesn't have as many saves as those guys. He might have 300. Hoffman is in. Mariano is in. Am I missing anybody? From the 80s. Yeah. Well, Franco, Reardon, Lee Smith, Bruce Suter, Raleigh Fingers pitched till about mid-80s. Gene Garber, there you go. Quisenberry. Steve Howe for the Dodgers. Everybody had their setup man at that time. What was it? 10, 15 wins, 20 win was a lot. Like, whoa. The Fireman of the Year award. Remember that award? Quisenberry won it like so. He was dominant in the 80s. Quisenberry. I bet he died of brain cancer. Or some kind of cancer. I don't know if it was brain cancer. Bruce Sutter, well, he was a gamer. Who else? Dibble. Rob Dibble, yeah. He's late 80s, right? It was rookie card. 89. 89 is his rookie card. 88, 89. Yeah, it wasn't specialized like it is. As we all know, it is now. It's a different game. Guys throwing like Chapman, 102 miles an hour, beanballs at you. Oh, Gossage. We forgot Gossage, guys. Gossage pitched. Shoot, he pitched all the way till 1992. Gossage. Is Keith in here? Oh, good morning, Keith. Man, Keith, are you like in Australia or something? Hey, Keith, thanks for stopping by. Well, who else do we got out there? So let's. So who's going in, guys? I'm thinking Big Papi. Anybody else with me? I'm going with Big Papi and Goose. Yeah. Good morning. I'm just messing with you, Keith. I know when we get in there, those chats with Kevin, we get him rolling. And, Johnny starts going to his favorite website and stuff. Papi's in. I think Papi's in. I think Bonds is going to miss. I think Clemens, they'll hold him out one more year. They figured, hey, we waited this long to keep him out. We'll keep him out. I think Schilling's not getting in, and I don't think Sammy's getting in. I just don't think those four getting in. I think there's too much baggage, too much negative publicity from the writers. And they figured they voted him nine times in a row down. Why would they let him in on the 10th? They'll just let him suffer on the committees. The Hall of Fame came up with a bunch of committees to get more bodies in there. And, I also have the list for that. So the early baseball committee this year, hey, Bogarts, yeah, Bobby Bonilla. Hey, Bobby Bonilla Day is in 6 months, July 1st. So the early baseball era, they got Bud Fowler. I think he was a pioneer. He was like the first African-American. I think he was a mixed ancestry in mulatto. And then Buck O'Neill, we all know Buck O'Neill. I would have loved to have met him, Buck O'Neill. There are no stats for Bud. I think he barely played. This is like 1800s. And then the Golden Day era, they got Gil Hodges. You got Jim Cott, Minnie Minoso, and Tony Oliva. I just got a Tony Oliva autograph in the mail. So we got two of these guys are alive. Gil Hodges died. Man, he died young, 47. And Minnie Minoso, dude, was like 100. He was 100. Yeah, he got in. And if it would have been nice if Buck O'Neill had gotten in when he made that speech, I don't know, somewhere between 2 or 4 or 5 years ago, where everybody, I agree with you, Jay. Bonilla, man, that deal that Bonilla worked out is incredible. Oh, somebody get Warren. Or is that, what is that? Is that a bot? We got a bot in there from Warren Davis. Anyways, yeah, that agent, they deferred it and they worked on an interest deal on deferring millions. And they deferred it for, gosh, man, that deal. And then he's, Bobby's not just getting the monies from the Mets. He's getting the monies from the frickin' Orioles. So he's got another deal. He went over to the Orioles and deferred money over there. So Bobby's working it. And I heard other guys out there, but, Bobby Bonilla is the one that sticks out as like the hugest, transgressor of money like that. Crazy. You tried? Did he take off on his Tommy? Let me see. Oh, there you go, Tommy. You can go have. I just made you a mod. See, Jay, are you a mod too, Jay? Nope, you're good. Bogarts, I think you're a moderator. Yeah. Hunter. Yeah, you guys got wrenches. You're good. You know what? You could probably find that information, that Bobby Bonilla contract, because every year they do analysis on it. And I know my brother and I in North Carolina, my youngest brother lives in North Carolina. We talk about the Bobby Bo deal and we discuss it. And hey, Jays. Hi, Alex. And we discuss it. I mean, they compare his contract to other folks. That is a contract of contracts. Whew. Yeah, I mean, man, I'm going to end up retiring, and Bobby Bo's still going to be collecting $1 million from the New York Mets, and he hasn't picked up a bat since 2002, 20 years ago. Oh, yeah, my brother lives near you. My brother lives in, I think it's Monroe. Hey, London. Thanks for dropping in. So, you know, guys, like I say on all the other places that I hang out, sub you guys up, sub each other up, support the card community. Everybody, you know, help everybody up. You know what? I love Wagner. You know, he's a IPC him. And, you know, not every single card, but, you know, his rookies. But he's got 422 saves. That's 400. Not many people have 400 out there. You know, they have a lot less than 400. You know, people let's check it out. So here's your list on the Baseball Almanac. So Lee Smith is 478. But Billy Wagner, he's right there. So you got Mariano at 652. Trevor Hoffman was the first guy to hit 600. Then you have Lee. When he retired, Lee Smith, he had 478, and I thought he was pretty cool. But look, Francisco Rodriguez isn't getting any love. He has 437. He's number 4. John Franco, man, when this guy retired, Frankie wasn't there. K-Rod. Hoffman wasn't there. Mariano wasn't there. So when he retired, the only guy ahead of him was probably Lee Smith, or Lee Smith might have still been pitching and Franco went first. And then you have number 6 is Billy Wagner. I don't see why Billy Wagner couldn't get it. I got a beer bottle signed by... That's cool, man. A beer bottle signed by... You know, my son got like a hat signed by like Kurt Suzuki last year and blah, blah, blah. Look at Eckersley. I just caught that. Eckersley. He had 397th. And when he retired, he was in the top 5. Maybe even the top 3. Joe Nathan. I think Nathan's his first. No, it's not his first year. Joe Nathan. I thought Joe Nathan was on the list. Let me see here. Oh, yeah. This is his first year on the list. So Joe Nathan has 300. He's top 10. 368. And Craig Krimble, 372. And then he got Papelbon first year. And then he got Jeff Reardon at 360. When Jeff Reardon retired, he was also in the top 5. You know? And then you got Troy Percival. And then you got Kenley Jensen, who's still active. Man, I didn't know Kenley Jensen had 350. Wow. Randy Myers, IPC him, 347. Raleigh, 341. John Wetland, we will not discuss that guy. Hopefully he doesn't go to jail. Yeah, that was for me. It was my wife, I guess. Roberto Hernandez. There you go, Johnny. Epiphany. Roberto Hernandez, White Sox. 3. Hey, Adam. Yeah, Bogarts. I thought I had turned these suckers off, but Nathan needs 5% to stay on. Yeah. Yep, that's true. And the guys, we were just talking about the guys that stayed on last year. So in last year's ballot, Schilling got like a hair close. So let's recap. So Schilling had 72%. He got so close. Bond 65, and so did Clemens. And then Scott Rowland had 57. This is last year's. And then Chef had 43, Helton 45, Wagner 46. So he's like stuck there. And Omar Vizquel shot up to 45. I was pretty happy with that. And then we got Andrew Jones, who's just, it looks like he's moving up this year because the public ballot, he's higher on than the final ballot. Last year was 36. Manram is 28. Jeff Kent was, this is last year's. Sosa was 18. He's just never going to get in, at least this way. Pettit, 13. Abreu managed to squeak out 9 to stay on. Mark Burley, 9 to stay on. Torrey Hunter, 8 to stay on. And Tim Hudson last year just won. He got 5.1 to stay on. And the guys that dropped off were Aramis Ramirez, LaTroy Hawkins. They got 1 vote maybe. Shane Victorino got nothing last year. He's off. AJ Burnett got no votes. He's off. Barry Zito got no votes. He's gone. Nick Swisher got no votes. He's gone. Dan Herron got no votes. And Kadir, he's gone. No votes. So that brings us to this year. And this is the public one, which I printed off last night. And Papi's leading look at that, Papi, right here. These are the guys that they think will get in according to the public vote yesterday at about 2 o'clock. Yesterday, Sunday afternoon. Big Papi, this is the Hall of Fame ballot tracker website. So Barry Bonds 77, Roger. Now these numbers are good, and hopefully their wives are probably pulling for them, and their kids are, and Barry's probably just hoping, and Clemens is hoping, and then you got Scott Rowland. He goes up to 70. Now if Scott Rowland can maintain that, Scott Rowland. That's his 5th year of eligibility. So this will be his 6th year, Scott Rowland. So if he can maintain that 70 or 60, I think Scott can get it by the time he's year 8 or 9 or earlier. Schilling looks like he's dropped. People are just not happy with Schilling. He's at 60. And last year he had 72. They say there's a 10% drop-off on the list. So you go 10 down. A-Rod's going to stay on who knows how long. Yeah, Keith, I think A-Rod, I love A-Rod, but he's going to be stuck there a while. But you know what? He's popular. People like him. He's a snappy dresser. He's on TV. Baseball Network, Major League Baseball pays him a lot of money to do stuff, and ESPN. So I think that'll help him. He's just gonna have to pay his penance. He already did 5. This is year 1. Maybe they, technically you do 15 years of penance if you get down to the 10th year. 5 to stay out of baseball, and then you get 10 on the ballot. So by that time, you're like 55. I mean, that's older than I am. I mean, you're in your 50s. If you retired in like 40, if you retired at 42, then you're like 57, so on and so forth. So Billy went up 48. Let's see what he was last year. Billy was 46, so he's kind of trending the same on the public ballots that we have here. Who are we talking about, Tommy? Pete Rose. Yeah, Pete Rose should be a good guy. Let me move this up, Tommy. Sloopy. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Schilling did ask to be removed. We had that conversation a little bit ago. He was really irritated. He's like, "Oh, get me off the damn thing. I'll take my chances with the committee." And I was telling him, so these guys, Bonds, Clemens, Schilling, and Sosa are on their 10th year. So they get knocked. Let's say they don't get it in. So, 20 hours from now, we're going to know who's in, right? If they don't get in, yeah, it can be. They actually have a shot on a committee that will take up their cause. So in December, because this is the writers one, so they'll go to committee. The committees announce theirs in December. So around Christmas time, these guys are going to get one more shot. So that's like, I mean, to them, it's like a cool thing. So 11 months down the line, they may get in because the committee is made up of players, executive, like Joe Torre is on it, Rod Carew. Now, see, those guys are old school, Mike Schmidt. And those guys might say, nah, man, you're a Reuter, dude. You can't get in. Oh, you got a summative test, huh? What kind of summative test? You in school? Or are you gonna proctor a test to the students? London. Hey, Jurass. How you doing, boss? We're just having a Hall of Fame discussion. So yeah, those four guys, even if they don't make it tomorrow, they get one more shot in December. And then I believe the committees meet like every 2 or 3 years. But then more names come up. Like, there's a committee there we just had the discussion earlier, with Dale Murphy, Steve Garvey, Dave Parker's on it, Lance Parrish is on it, Mattingly. I don't know if I mentioned Mattingly. I'm forgetting somebody else. So there's a committee with those guys on it. That's like an 80s committee. And I thought they would. That's I think how Ted Simmons got in, by the way, because they didn't pick the other guys. Dale Murphy, I thought would get in. I thought Manley was going to get in last time. This is 2 years ago. That committee, by the way, got pushed back because of the virus. No, Tommy, that committee that would have met again last year, this is what, Christmas was 21. It was December of 2020, and there was the middle of this mess, the pandemic stuff. So that committee, all committees got pushed off. They just pushed them back. So I'll bet those guys were real happy that, because the writers continued to vote, and they voted. Yeah. Well, Mattingly's catching a lot of steam. Mattingly, I said, Murphy, Lance Parrish, I cannot believe it, but people are out there. Garvey is out there. I mean, and who's the other one that I mentioned? Dave Parker. I mean, these guys have a fan base, and they're pushing their candidacy. Jeter was like, this year. Jeter went in with Larry Walker. Yeah. So Jeter was a class of 20, which would have been last year, but they didn't have a ceremony until this year because of the COVID. Oh, yeah, McGriff. Man, don't even get me going on McGriff. Man, that guy needed, 7 home runs for 500. And personally, if I was looking for those numbers, I would have freaking played for Kansas City or somebody just to get 7 homers. Or maybe nobody wanted him. Hey, Double T. And, yeah, it's just, Ted Simmons. Yeah, he played, man, I have cards from Simmons. My first one's that 80s Cardinals card where he was a Hall of Fame. It says All-Star on it. Then I think I have his yellow. There's a yellow 81 tops. Simmons played 83, 84 maybe was last year. He didn't get much action until he went to committee, and then the committee voted him in last year. That's the same committee that had Murphy, Mattingly, Dave Parker, Steve Garvey. All those guys are on that committee. They're on I'm blanking out on the pitchers, sadly, but all those guys are on it, and that committee just didn't meet. Yeah, McGriff. Yeah, that one, I don't know. The bullpen, hey, guys. Everybody say hello to the bullpen. Don't forget the sub, everybody. Don't forget the likes. YouTube is in love with likes. Sweet Lou. You know what? I can't remember if Sweet Lou's on that committee. Let me see the Ted Simmons election real quick since I'm on here. Ted Simmons. I'm trying to remember Ted Simmons Ted Simmons Hall of Fame voting. McGuire. Oh man, McGuire I don't think he's on that. Let me pull it up. We'll find out right now. Okay. Let's see if I can pull up that voting. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I've seen it before in the past, but it just gives me his breakdown of him. I don't really want to know about him. I wanted to see the voting. I think it was a 2020 voting on that one or something. Well, it's the writers, Hunter. They the other Hall of Fames. This is what I was listening to the other day. The other Hall of Fames like NFL, NBA, hockey, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The Hall elects the people. The Hall. In baseball, the way it was set up back in 1930s or whatever, and then finally the first class with Babe and Ty Cobb, it's the writers. The writers elect them. Oh, here it is. So it was Miller got in, Marvin Miller, Simmons, Dwight Evans. What the heck is this thing? Let me scroll up a little bit more. Piece of junk thing. Steve Garvey. All right, Tommy John. I knew there was a Mattingly, Thurman Munson. There you guys go. Dale Murphy, Dave Parker, and Lou Whitaker. So all the guys you guys are mentioning, those are the guys got in. But the only one that got in was Miller and Simmons. So Evans was on there, but they needed 75. So Marvin Miller got in. Ted Simmons got in. But Dwight Evans did not. Steve Garvey did not. Tommy John did not. Don Mattingly did not. Sadly, that's my boy right there. That's my favorite Yankee growing up as a kid. You know, and probably one of my favorite Dodgers is Steve Garvey. Thurman Munson, just missed him. He died the year I got into baseball. That's when he died. And then Dale Murphy, oh man, I became a Braves fan because of him. And people always, oh man, it's because you watched them on TV and they were winning. You jumped on the bandwagon. I said, no. I was there when all of a sudden they won in 82. And I was there when they sucked after 83, after he won his 2 MVPs. And I sat there and they sucked, and I watched them on television and they sucked. And then all of a sudden they got chipper and they started getting Smoltz and Glavine. They started building the team together. And then it just, it was the Braves. And then Dave Parker, Cobra, and Lou Whitaker. There you go. Didn't like Murph. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Oh, there it is. There's your whole thing. All right, so what do we got? We needed 12 votes. So Simmons got 13 votes and Miller got 12. That's 75 that's called the modern era committee. So they each, they got certain committees. They always say veterans committee, but it's not a veterans committee. Because it may not have baseball players, old guys on it. Like Yogi Berra used to vote for all his buddies, like Phil Rizzuto and Bill Mazeroski, and those guys all made it in. So here you go, Dwight Evans, guys. What do you think he's getting in on this committee? He's got 8 votes. He needed 4 more to get in. Dwight Evans. Dave Parker had 7, and he had 43. Garvey had 6, so he had half of what he needed. Catfish. Oh yeah, Catfish was awesome. Whitaker had 6. So now that you move off Simmons and Miller, I don't know who else gets added on here. And then you got Mattingly. And then these guys that got fewer than 3. So Mattingly, Munson, and Murphy each received 3 or fewer votes. Right there. Yeah. Yep. And when was this? This was, they got elected in December, but because of our good old our good old little pandemic going on here. Right there, 2019. They delayed, so they delayed these guys, and I don't think baseball elected anyone in 19, and then in 20 they elected Jeter and Larry Walker, somebody else, I can't remember who the other guy was. Catfish. What year is the Catfish? Is it 68, 69, or 67? It's just one of those years. You know what? I may have an old Reggie. And believe it or not, when I was a kid, there was a baseball card shop, and the guy had a binder. And the binder had like old cards, and they were like $1 or $2. I remember when I bought them, I was a little kid, the guy goes, because my brothers and I, we'd buy, Topps and Donruss and Fleer. Those are the three until Score came out. And he goes, oh man, you're not like these other kids. You buy some of this old stuff. And I said, well, yeah, I know who these guys are. They were like old players. Like, I think I bought my first old card, like a 69 Ernie Banks. I still have it. It's okay shape. And I think my brother picked up a Ted Williams Washington Senator manager card. Shoot, there might have been a Williams in there. I wish I would have bought more, but those are the days. Yeah, Larry Walker, man, he was a gamer. Let's see, Larry played for Expos. Then he went to the Rockies, and then he was a Cardinal. Was that about right, Hunter? Yeah, the golden and the modern era. So this year, the two committees that already voted are the early baseball era. So we're talking guys that you see in that documentary from Ken Burns, early baseball. And in the golden era, Gil Hodges, Cott, Minoso, and Tony Oliva. Yeah. Oh, we got somebody there. Get him out, guys. So, yeah. That's actually not a bad price for a slab. Hey, Sherman. Don't forget, everybody, sub to each other. It's Sherman right there. That's my son. So you give him a bunch of subs there. So, yeah, so for tomorrow, I think we're gonna get one. If we don't get one tomorrow, they always complain. Baseball's a tough one. Oh, you got a 61? Oh, Ted Simmons is 61. Okay. I saw a guy on I think it's on I'm not certain which one. It might be one of you guys. I think he PCs only Hall of Fame relics and Hall of Fame autographs. Oh, the bullpen, cool. Yeah, I'll bet it is. What's your big? Do you have a? Well, I was gonna say something stupid like, do you have a mantle? But I mean, unless you plunk down a lot of money. I knew this old timer who was a teacher when I was starting off as a new teacher. Like I was a second, third year teacher, and we went to his house one time, and he showed off his. He pulled out his binder. And all the cards he had, and it looked like he had gone through the spokes. And I was a little disappointed because they were like, you're going to get maybe a PSA 1, maybe 2. Yeah. That's right, Keith. They're not as strict. And it's because the Hall votes for those Hall of Fames, the Hall votes. In the Baseball Hall of Fame, the writers vote. And only when it goes to committee do the actual members of the Hall vote. Like Rod Carew, Mike Schmidt, Ryan Sandberg, Ozzie Smith, all those guys. They get voting rights. And then they make up committees. And Joe Torre's part of it too. Because he's a Hall of Famer, I believe. And Tony La Russa, all those guys get a shot at those things. But yeah, in baseball, it's always been the writers. So the writers, it's pretty strict. The writers, and that's the way baseball's always been. I think that's, I know people complain, but I think that's what makes, in my opinion, that's what makes baseball different, more unique is that you have to earn it. I'm not saying a lot of these guys like Garvey and Parker and Whitaker when they were on the Modern Era Committee, because I was disappointed, because they were going to meet the following year, and I'll bet it reads somewhere about here, the Modern Era. I don't even know when the Modern Era will meet again, but that's what we can hopefully get a Modern Era Committee. When will that vote? When will they sit back and vote again? Exclusive? Yeah, it's exclusive. Sounds like a popularity contest. Well, I guess if you treated the writers, the writers, and you know what? They've had that ability since Ruth's time. Because I think at that time, all of us are too young to remember this, but they had writers like newspapers. There were a ton of newspapers, and that was how it rolled. No radio. Remember, it was radio, newspapers first, then radio, and then TV. But they had writers, tons of writers, and so at that time, that's what kind of did the thing. What committee was this? Modern Era Committee. Yeah. The 16-member Modern Era Committee. So yeah, it was a different time back then where people just had so the Modern Era Committee is grabbing players from 1970 to 1987. So that puts all our guys right there. Who is on the committee? Well, that was the last vote we had. I'm not certain when they will meet again. I'd like to know that. Upcoming elections, meets again. Oh, there it is. Oh, okay. So here it is. So this year, hold on to your hats. So this year, they have their meeting. So we got some changes. So I know you guys, Keith's saying there they don't, but here it is. Here's the calendar. Let's check it out. So we have the early baseball golden. That's the one we just got this year. Modern baseball. That's the one. That's today's game. Okay. So remember, I just told you, if Bonds, Clemens, and Schilling and Sosa do not get in, they're about to get another chance in December. So in 11 months, they get another shot at this. Oh, hey. Ooh. Hey, Hydra X. So, Harold Baines, I have a bunch of his 81s. And I don't know if you guys can believe this, but I pulled a bunch of 81s from Yak Packs. Remember those Raleigh Finger ones that Jabs it, and these other guys, John and some other guys have been doing those Yak Packs. And I bought 2 boxes of them because they were cheap. But now everybody's going after the Yak Packs. And I got a whole bunch of freaking Harold Baines rookie cards. And I was like, dang. But when he was playing, I thought he was a good player. He was a solid player. He was like Joe Carter, consistent player. So look, so these guys are Schilling and Bonds. These guys get a shot right now. So in 11 months. But also, the guys we were just talking about, because they had to reshuffle everything because of the pandemic and how it canceled. So then we got these guys. This is your Steve Garvey, your Cobra, your Don Mattingly, your Dale Murphy. So they're gonna have to wait it out, sadly. And then if those guys don't get in, then Mattingly, Cobra has Parkinson's, man. I hope he makes it. Then they got to wait till 26 to get another shot at that. And then they got to wait till 29 and 31. And then look, today's game. So they got all these committees trying to get guys. So You got guys that are, so you're going to get a lot more guys on these committees, these special committees. So these are your returning candidates. Jeff Kent is getting screwed over. Yeah, Jeff Kent is. There he is. He's been getting a raw deal. Vizquel, Wagner. But they still have a lot of time left. And these guys are the new guys to the ballot. You got. So let's go over the guys that are remaining. So these guys are the ones that are about to get popped off. So you got Bonds, who's last year. Clemens is last year. Schilling's last year. Scott Rollins on 5th year. Manny's, let's see, he's got a couple more years left. Andrew Jones is like a gadfly. He's right in the middle. He's not going anywhere. I mean, he's at 50%, and they're 40, 50%. Todd Helton is brand new to the ballot. He should be going up every year a little bit. Sammy's on his last year. Chef is running out of time because look at his last year was 2009. So he's running out of juice. Abreu's recently added 2-3 years. Pettit 2-3 years. He's like on year 3. Hudson made it. He made the 5% mark. Birdie had 9%. I think Kent will stick around on the ballot. Omar will stick around on the ballot, and Billy Wagner will stick around. Kent, yeah, I like Kent. I would love to see his numbers improve. I would love to see his numbers improve. He was a heck of a ball player. He was a Dodger for a little bit, but he was a hated Giant for a bit. And then ballot. So who's new? Rodriguez. But the public ballot is showing David Ortiz as of yesterday afternoon, polling at 84%. So if you deduct the 10% drop off, what they're saying is that the betting money is on Papi getting in, maybe only him. Teixeira's on it. These are the guys I bought. I bought relics off. I have an Alex Rodriguez relics. I probably have an auto there too. I got some Ortiz relics. I got some Teixeira. I was running all those mail calls, relics, and autos. Jimmy Rollins is on there. Peavy's on there. Carl Crawford's on there. Joe Nathan. These guys have a lot of saves. Papelbon. Coco Crisp. I didn't even think of him being on the damn list. Coco Crisp? Wow. Tim Lincecum. These are new names. So this must be a fuller list. Oh, wait. No. These guys aren't on the ballot. But these guys all retired. Lincecum's on the ballot. Murnau's on the ballot. Prince Fielder's on the ballot. A.J. Brzezinski's on the ballot. Ryan Howard, he should get a lot more. He should. Ching Ming Wang. They even considered him. I mean, he had like 2 19-win seasons with the Yankees. B.J. Upton's retired. Javier Lopez, I don't think that's Javi. Is that Javi? I don't think so. That's another. Will Venable. Wow. David Ross, isn't he managing right now? Jose Fernandez. Well, he's ineligible because of well, maybe because of death. But I thought you had to play 10 years to get to the ballot. J-Roll, yeah. You know what? We had this discussion. Michael Bourne, there he is. A-Rod is, baseball loves him. They obviously he's employed by baseball. He's all over ESPN. He's got a lot of social media. And him and Big Papi hang out together. So I think once Big Papi gets out of the way, and these guys who are hogging up the numbers, Bonds, Clemens, Schilling, and Sosa, when you clear all those guys, and then you clear off some of this clutter down here, like, it's sad to say, Burley may not get 5, and Hudson may not get 5. Maybe Abreu cuts out. And then Sheffield's just he's just in the middle. He's going to pay his penance, purgatory. Man Ram's kind of hogging up space. He's not getting in, man. He's an admitted drug user. I mean, steroid, actually. They busted him a couple times. I think he was a Dodger, too. That was... Manny Wood went backwards on that. And then I see A-Rod getting... I think A-Rod... What do you guys think? 2-3 years? Make him wait 2 more years? A-Rod is a no. Well, not this year. I don't think this year. But I think because of his popularity, A-Rod was like Jimmy Rollins. Jimmy Rollins, they say, could make it eventually. As you clear guys off the list, he could make it. A-Rod got busted. And he admitted it. Oh, yeah, he admitted it. But I think he admitted it, and others did not admit it. They took the clear. They took the cream, right? Remember Balco? And then they pointed fingers. I did not take steroids. Or what did Sammy would say? Baseball's been very, very good to me. And then he goes in front of Congress and, ¿qué? No hablo inglés? You had to get a translator? I mean, yeah. And A-Rod had one big suspension. They busted him for that whole year. And that was like a retroactive suspension, wasn't it, guys? Wasn't it because he admitted and they suspended him? Because I don't think he failed a test at the end of his career and then they busted him. I think it was for transgressions in the past. And then they dropped the hammer on him. And then he just kind of was, he's just playing out the string anyways. He wasn't the A-Rod from 15 years ago. Oh, Pedroia's okay. That's right, Keith. You're a Boston fan. You know, Pedroia, man, that's a career that. Too bad. I mean, he was a good player. Dang, Manny Machado there. Manny no bueno. Goes and hurts a player like that. So, yeah, I think I'm going to find out tomorrow. We'll see A-Rod. I mean, when those numbers come out, right now the public ballot is... Yeah, you know what? I thought Carlos Beltran was on this one, but you're right. Next year's ballot. I'll print up a new one for tomorrow. But let's see. Where is A-Rod? Public ballot. A-Rod is at 40 on the public ballot. I know it's hard to see. This is kind of blurry. Oh, yeah, double T. Man, I go to bed at night. I was telling Johnny, and I told my son, I said, I go to bed and you have like 900 and something or whatever you have. You wake up in the morning, now you have back to 880. You're like, what the heck, 20? And you work hard to get them, and, everybody's subbing to everybody, and everybody's, hey, one big happy family. Everybody's doing it, in a good way, legit way, clean way. You're not like botting people or whatever. You're just, hey, and then they take them away from you. It's horrible. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to have to watch that. 3 p.m., huh? I'm going to have to watch it in my classroom, actually. Shh, don't say nothing. I think my kids will be taking a test, so that will be good. I'll look down. Yeah, I'll make a teachable moment. Yeah, they do take your... Yeah, I saw that. Adam. I saw A-Rod there blowing... it was so cold he was, blowing his breath, and then he was sitting there yelling with the crowd. I don't know who that fool was that was with him. Yeah, Ron... Jerry Remy, yeah. It was a cancer that whacked him? Remy? Bronson Arroyo, man. You know what? I went to a Dodger game with my father-in-law, right? My brother had given us some good-ass seats. We were down on the field level. We even had the food vouchers and everything. And he was there, so he had access to these guys. And I said, hey, man, sign. He goes, oh, man, I couldn't sign. I'm like, it was like pregame. So I don't know that dude. He can go hang out with Charles Bronson. $5.16. You know what I noticed? As soon as I cracked I started doing, well, you do live streams like I do. As soon as I started doing more live streams, the trick is, well, at least what I've been seeing is you got to hit those likes. YouTube loves likes. Oh, there, look, Sophie Randall. Who's that? And you got to hit those likes. Cancer, huh? Yeah, I remember seeing that. I read the obituary I read it online. Got to hit those likes. You got to like them too. You got to like your own self. Leave your own comment. Like your comment. Like everybody's comment. Leave a comment you got to work it. Oh my God. What I also do is when I go to bed, I set my computer going and I just let my videos run. Have your friends watch it. Maybe I had friends that weren't watching stuff, and I tell them, and I know they're on freaking Facebook all day. That's all they freaking do, stare at their phones. So I would send it a link in a text message. So like the Foggy Day ones, Johan Santana. Yeah, you know what? He should have gotten more juice, Santana. So what I do is I send a link, in a text, and so they go, "Oh yeah, I saw your YouTube video about you driving in the fog, or now it's sunny today, huh?" Because these suckers are so dang lazy. Johnny's laughing, but they're so damn lazy. All day they sit there watching freaking YouTube videos, like most of us do. We watch a lot of YouTube. We watch our phones a lot. They were that lazy, my friends. I was like, dude, I have like 1,000 friends on Facebook, teachers and friends that I've known for eons. And they're just too lazy, or they are too stupid to figure out how to subscribe to YouTube. I'm like, oh my God. So I had to start like pushing it out. Like my brother, hey man, check this video out. Look at the fog here. And then all of a sudden I started getting more views. Shorts, try shorts, Double T. Yep, they are, Keith. My wife watches TikTok. It's like, there's no mañana, man. TikTok, TikTok. And she just scrolls, just flicks with her finger. Yeah, Troy. Now, you know what? Since we're talking about YouTube and watch hours, I think Keith was on there, and so was Epiphany, and some of you other guys, maybe Adam too. When we were on Kevin's about 3 weeks ago, before Kevin had started selling up his cards, he said he has over 1,000 subscribers, and he's had them for a long time, but he didn't have the watch hours. So then I think I started looking at my watch hours, and I think I commented, "Hey, dude, I have the same amount you do, 3,200." Well, ever since then, I'm now at almost 3,600. And I started doing a little bit more shorts. I even filmed my cat messing around with something. Yeah, you got to do. Yeah, and that's what you have to do, and we got to do it to you, and just so we get the clicks. They like impressions. Impressions are a big thing to YouTube. Like last month, I had 20,000 impressions. And a lot of videos, those short ones got me like 1,600 views. I was like, wow. And then one that I think I threw up the other day, those foggy ones, man, some of those things went like 1,000. I was like, wow, people really want to look at fog, I guess. So yeah, just you have to work at it. It's a lot of work. I agree with you. And Johnny's heard me complain about that. I think I started calling it the YouTube police. They just go in overnight, and Isaac, Baseball Fan 75, my good buddy there, and Johnny, we've had this discussions because Isaac was one of the first people I knew that was over 1,000. Then he took his channel down. Then he restarted his channel under the hunting, and then he changed the title back to Baseball Fan 75. But he had reached about 1.3 thousand, so it's like 1,300, and he was monetized, I think he told me. Then he just took it down because he had some personal issues. Like his dad died, and I think his wife, ex-wife passed away. So he just had some stuff going on, and I think you can go watch some videos, and he was pretty down about it. Hey, look at Johnny. He's trying to get me going on the trout. Hey, Jay, we'll take care. I think we're going to wrap it up pretty soon. So is anybody else going live? Double T going live? Or Johnny, you guys going live? Maybe we'll all head on over there. I got to go watch what my kids are doing. My wife's probably wondering what the heck I'm doing. I told her I was going live. It's 8:38 here in the Central Valley here in California. So it's almost 8:40. It's about 22 till 9. Yeah, but we'll see what the Hall of Fame brings us tomorrow. We'll have I don't think I'll be able to go live because I teach night classes tomorrow, but maybe Wednesday might be rough. Oh, the bullpen was live. Oh, you were live. I didn't catch you because I know I saw you on BMAX thingamajigger. What's the idea, Epiphany? I may have missed a chat on that. Oh, hey, you too, Adam. Take care. Yeah, Troy. But see, you know, with your boy Schilling, and that will drive up his rookie cards. But here's the thing. This is what I do sometimes. So you know how Big Papi's about to get in? Let me tell you a secret on baseball cards. Right now, tonight, you buy them tonight because that's what I do. The night or the week before, whatever, the prices are depressed. Soon as he gets elected tomorrow, I guarantee you'll see a grip of buy it nows, and everything's going to go through the roof. They're going to change the title, the heading of the YouTube, eBay selling to Hall of Fame, and that's going to go up premium. So get in on your Big Papi tonight because if he gets in tomorrow, you ain't going to see those low prices anymore on Big Papi stuff. And Schilling, same thing with Schilling. He looks eventually. Bonds too, but I think everybody's got Bonds rookie cards and Schilling rookie cards. I mean, shoot, we got it coming out of our ears probably. I think I have every Bonds rookie card there is. 87, right? Topps is the big one, the one with the wooden. We have, and then there's a traded one, but technically that's the extended traded, as you used to call it. No, yeah. I think Schilling has a good case. I think his attitude is shitty, but as a player, like, you know, you can say a thing about Pete Rose. Yeah, he freaking did a cardinal sin, but did he break Tecov's record? Yeah. Did he have a 44-game hitting streak? The National League record? Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, Pete Rose, oh my God, his cards are ridiculously. His tops are the ones that have a hold value. But, I mean, you can get Pete Rose autos like nothing, and he hawks everything because he's just, yeah, he should be in. Pete Rose should be in. I don't know when he's going to get in. I mean, Joe Jackson would be in. His bat's there. There's pictures of, you know, Pete there. I mean, I was at the Hall of Fame back in November. So, yeah, I mean. Oh, 97 Fleer, huh? That's pretty cool, Hunter. You know, that's probably when Big Papi was a twin, huh? And my collection is weird because I think just like Johnny and maybe some of you guys, I stopped collecting. I collected 89 like it was like baseball cards were about to drop off the face. I collected and collected 89 like up the gazoo. And then I hated the design. Up until about a year ago, I started liking the 89 design again. But then from 89 through about a 15-year break, and before Jabs got back into cards, I kind of ventured over to the Kmart in Delano, California, and I saw cards there. And what caught my attention was the packaging. I was like, oh, shit, let me check this out. And I had more money to spend then because, you know, I had a better job. I switched teaching positions. And then I bought the cards and they had the little rookie logo. And I was like, whoa, that's cool. And I think there was a couple years of Bonds, because Bonds, he had like an exclusive deal with Topps. The Twins, well, that's the Twins for you, you know. And that's when I got back into it. So that 15-year gap, I missed that Ortiz. And if I do have the Ortiz, I got it because I accidentally got it, or it fell into the collection because I didn't know any better. One of these days, I'll get through the core PC, as I call it. Right now, I'm just junk and waxing out. I mean, Epiphany's been a big benefactor of mine, and people who have won giveaways, you know, benefited from it. And Shaw, Topps Rookie Shield. Yeah, you know, I like the original one. I don't like the one they do now. It's so small. You have to, like, you can miss the card. I wish I had a pack with me, but I like the original, the big one, the gold one. That was on the upper deck. So when I got back into collecting, Topps was around, Fleer was around, upper deck was around. And I do take that back. From 1990 through all the 90s, I didn't collect anything. Except I had a girlfriend who gave me a box for my birthday. She went and bought it at the hobby store. I mean, at the card shop. She bought a box of 1999 Topps. And I ripped through 36 packs and I pulled an autograph Ernie Banks. Topps 99. I have it. And I have those cards somewhere. Jeremy Giambi. I still remember him in Moneyball. Jeremy Giambi. Jeremy Giambi. And I think didn't they trade his butt in Moneyball? Didn't Billy Bean bounce him out of town? Yeah, Mr. Cub. Yeah, so that's like that. And then when I would go to the store, because my brain was still fixated on buying packs like when I was a kid, a quarter, 40, 50 cents, 75 maybe at the most. But by the time I got to be a teenager, I should have invested, you know, in instead of spending it on stupid junk. Because now I have the stupid junk, but I should have bought a Nolan Ryan or a Mickey Mantle card. Yeah, and then I bought those Topps Total. There you go, Topps Total. Oh, where's that guy from? Ukraine, right there. And that's what happened. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what your guys' story is. I know Epiphany's similar to me because Epiphany would buy occasional cards. He'd show them to me when we'd hang out and work together, and then he took a long break, and then I started telling him about breakers and pack rippers on YouTube, and then kind of, I guess I lit a fire under Epiphany. You know, yeah, Pete Rose is great. I have a 60-something Pete Rose. It's one of my oldest ones. I don't know if I got it from my brother or my buddy Lee Graham, because he took out his dad's collection, and it was all 60s cards. And we're like, whoa. I mean, we were collecting Steve Garvey, Don Mattingly's, and I don't think Bonds was in yet. And then all of a sudden, Buddy rolls over to the house with a shoebox full of old cards, literally vintage cards, just a shoebox, not all of it full, but and I have some of those. You know, those old 51 Topps, the heads, Mickey Mantle, and those. It's like a game. And yeah. I remember those cards. I have a few. One of these days I got to break out the good stuff instead of the junk wax. Because there's some really good stuff, but I got to get rid of the junk wax. And yeah, and let me see. I do have some cards here. I'm in my bedroom right now. So I do have some slabs right here and a raw Mike Trout rookie. So one of the more recent slabs that I got was this one. Man, this thing doesn't focus today. Is that blurry to you guys or is it just me? Well, this is a Carl Hubbell DNA certified PSA 78 Grand Slam. So this is Carl Hubbell, Hall of Famer. Oh, it looks fine. Oh, man, you guys, okay, good. Because I guess my eyes are horrible. And then I got this 1936. This is another slab. This is a bigger one. This cards, they don't even make them anymore. Obviously they don't, but this is the National Chicle. 1936. So this is the first Mexican ball player. Played in the majors. It's a graded 4 PSA. And Jose Gomez. Fine pens. So fine pens because they had done their facsimile signature. And so these I keep in my bedroom. I don't put these out with the other ones. And this, I've not made a video of this one, but you guys will like this one. Let me pull it out of, this is a raw card. It's a trout card. So Johnny, I finally got my rookie. Me llamo Jose. So there's the rookie Bowman trout, 2011. So, you know, I know people chase after the other one, the updated, but this is the Bowman trout right there. I know let me know how that looks, you guys. Does that look, can you guys see it, or is it kind of a little bit of blur? It looks fine. Okay. And so there's the trout. You got a 1-of-1 Olerud? Oh, that's pretty cool. I've never gotten a 1-of-1 of anything. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Is that better? Yeah, I have 2 reprints, official reprints, but this is raw. It's cost me some bones. This is one of my most expensive cards, so that's why I keep it in my bedroom here. So now you know where it's at. Don't come over. There you go. Okay, is that better, Keith? Troy, is that better, guys? So that's that trout. So we know he's getting in the Hall of Fame. And if we have this discussion next year, he's in. I mean, you know, when he's in, whenever the win that is, 15, 20 years from now. See, I got the 1981 rookie. Oh, yeah, Fernando. I bought that one off a card shop here in Visalia, and the guy sold it to me for like a couple bucks. And I know I have it. I've heard that the Fernando card, the 81 Topps Fernando, there is not a 10 PSA ever been graded. So everybody started buying up 81s, trying to hunt down the Fernando to get a PSA grade 10. And I heard it's a hard grade. Yeah, this is one of my... And I have a prospect card of his. So this is the rookie because it's got the rookie symbol. Where is the rookie symbol? Oh, there it is. Blind as a bat. The proverbial bat. So there's your rookie symbol on that one right there. I wonder if we grade it. Yeah, Brandon, my buddy Brandon, I think most of you guys maybe subscribe to Brandon Stebbins. He does TTMs. That's his big thing. And his wife does like Dollar Tree and 99-cent store runs, and they show off what they buy and junk. But Brandon does PSA, so maybe on the next PSA, I'll have Brandon I'll shoot this over to him and, see what it comes back. I mean, what do you guys think? It doesn't look too horrible. Let me grab a magnifying glass. It's black, so it's a hard border. So this border right here might get a little bit of a ding. Looks pretty well centered. The black edging, the corners, this corner might be the only one that you see a little tiny white. Obviously, I would maybe wear some gloves and then wipe it with a soft cloth to get, any grease and then hope to God it comes back up. If it came back an 8, I would be very pleased. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, it's getting late on my end and your end. I mean, unless we're all West Coasters, but I'm going to wrap it up and stuff. It's almost 9 o'clock. Hey, it's been fun. So as soon as the hall announces who's in, we'll have a recap maybe Wednesday night. So maybe I'll push something out. We could have another hangout and do that. Hey, yeah, same thing, Keith. Thank you guys for coming in. Don't forget to hit the like button. And if you go back and watch the video, hit a like and then leave a comment on the video. Put down what was your favorite card or put who do you think is going to get in? I'm going to do that right now. Actually, I'm going to leave my list on my as soon as it uploads to YouTube, which takes about 5 or so minutes. I will or tell me which card you thought was the best one of these special cards that I have hiding back here. Or tell me who gets in, your top 5. And we'll see if your top 5 gets in. Ortiz and no one. I think you're right, Ortiz. Oh, wait, Double T. You drive. Where are you going, Double T? Where are you headed off to? I know you're East Coast, I believe, correct? Are you headed in Virginia and the Carolinas? Or am I off on that? Oh, you're in Ohio. Okay, I've never been to Ohio. I've been to Buffalo, and I know if I kept on driving along the Great Lakes, I might eventually hit something. I was in Illinois. That's where I was, Illinois. Yeah, I have some family out in Illinois. All right, guys. Well, Double T, drive safe. I think you're right, Keith. Big Papi is gonna. I'm gonna go on eBay right now and start pulling some Big Papi cards. Let's see what they're going for since we're still here. Let's see. eBay. I'm curious because that's my thing. I've always, on the eve of the writers thing, I always go in and swoop in, and I've had guys tell me, Hall of Fame buyer, huh? I said, yup. South Point, Ohio. Okay. And David Ortiz. And you said it was 1997 Fleer, right? I heard. No, I don't want to get it graded. Just give me a regular one. What's he going for? Look at that. This guy's got 22 hours to go. Look at all these. These guys are brand new. See these new listings, guys? What did I tell you? So these guys are doing what I said that people are going to start doing. They're going to start dropping in. So here's an Ortiz rookie, 50. Is there another Ortiz rookie out there? That's the Ultra Gold. That's just a Fleer Ultra. These are all graded. That one's got 1 day, but that's going to go up a lot. So he's riding high because these are all graded. Let me see if there's any. Let me see. Ending soon. Maybe some guy had a bad night selling. Lowest price doesn't help. Ending soonest. There you go. You know what? I may have that one. I may even have this one, I think. It just looks familiar to me. Not that I've seen it. Wow, look at those prices. Oh, we got another. Oh, wow, you pulled a relic. That's sweet. This one, you can maybe sweep in and grab this sucker right here. This might be a grabber. Even this one. I mean, this sale could end up, or it could just jump through the roof. Raw. Here's 36 with a day left. 30. Yeah, he commands price. You know what I did? Let me check. You know how the Mariano Rivera card, the Bowman. What is Mariano Rivera? Let me tell you what I did. Mariano Rivera Bowman. Is it 92? Yeah, 92 Bowman. Okay. So the Rivera Bowman. Okay, see those prices? I couldn't find it. These are all graded. So what I did, because I couldn't find, let me see, here's a raw card. Look at that price. See that price right there? $64, right? These are all graded, PSA, BBC. Here's a, look at this one. Mint. Okay. I bought the set. For some crazy reason, I bought the set for $50. And there was the card. But I got all the other rookies in it and all the other guys in Bowman. And gold ones too in there. And this guy could have a bad sale right here. This one right here. But this is till Saturday. This is a sapphire refractor. Okay. Look at that. $1,000 for Mariano Rivera. Wow. All right, guys. I'm going to go. I got to go see how my kitties are doing. Go pray with my daughter so we can do the sign of the cross and get her prayers out of the way so we can get her off to bed. It's kind of quiet over there, so I'm thinking they're doing something. Hey, Taylox. Glad you can join us. We're about to wrap up, boss, but yeah. All right, London. Hey, Lucas. That's my nephew. Everybody sub to Lucas there. Lucas Carreño. All right, guys. I'm gonna head on out. Big Papi, I think he's getting in. Well, you guys have a great night, and we'll see what the voting looks like tomorrow. If I have a chance, I'll get on. If not, we'll have a live chat maybe Wednesday about the Hall of Fame results. See who made it, who's on, who's coming up next. All right, you guys have a great evening. Thank you all showing up. Yeah, the kids are, yeah. I got my son saying goodbye. He's still up, so I better go see what he's up to. All right, you guys, have a good evening. Thank you for showing up. Thank you. We'll catch you soon. And you know what? We're almost to 1,000, so we're going to do another giveaway really, really soon. And maybe Saturday we'll be live again. For sure we'll have a live. Maybe we'll have another live rip. All right, guys, have a good one. Talk to you soon. Take care. Thank you. And go Big Papi. Take care, guys. Have a good one. And thank you for stopping by. Thank you.